This week, I wanted to continue the series about aging with style. I got so many comments, so much feedback about my video a couple of weeks ago, and I wanted to continue this series today talking about accessories. Now, I want to start by saying that these are really my opinions. This is just to give you inspiration and give you ideas. I feel like accessories are sometimes a little bit underrated. Some people struggle with them, but I feel like as we age, the nice thing about accessories is that you can really wear things that you probably didn't feel as comfortable wearing as a 20-year-old woman. There's something really lovely about as we age, somehow we can be a little bit more daring with accessories, I feel, and they really do finish off an outfit beautifully. So I'm keeping it simple today, and I want to talk about two accessories that I think are really key to looking great as we age. Starting with glasses. I feel like this is a place where you can have so much fun. I feel like this is an area where you can take risks, where you can play around with color, where you can play around with shape. I think it's really important to spend the time, find a good optometrist boutique that can help you, guide you in finding the right kind of shape for your face, investing in a good pair, and really letting it become kind of like a part of your signature look. When I was younger, I always wanted to wear glasses. I thought they were so chic and so cool. And then finally, as I turned 40 and my eyes deteriorated, I was like, okay, this is actually not as fun as I thought, until I spent the time and invested on a great pair. And actually now I really love wearing them. I feel like I can put on my glasses. I don't necessarily need to be wearing any makeup, and I still feel polished and put together. So for me, I really feel like glasses polish and finish off any look. And then next, I'm talking statement jewelry. Now, I love a big chunky necklace. I love necklaces that have weight to them, that have interest, that are quite sculptural. In fact, I love any jewelry that feels like that. And I feel like as we age, we can become a little bit bolder. When you're 20, you're not necessarily thinking about just doing a basic t-shirt with a big, bold necklace. But as you get older, it's such a fun place to make that t-shirt the blank canvas of incredible jewelry. Or taking a really simple neckline from a basic dress, for instance, and embellishing it with a big, bold necklace. Or layering necklaces. This is such a fun place to play around with form and color, and you become the backdrop almost. You become the canvas, the blank canvas for this incredible artwork that you adorn yourself with. As much as I love a big, bold, bright necklace, I also really like the subtlety of a simpler, quieter kind of piece. I think it's really lovely. I think it's really pretty. I love the idea of pearls. I love the idea of layering pearls. It's not necessarily something that I do personally myself, but I love it on other people. I think it's so lovely. I think it's so pretty. And it's such a nice way. If you've been lucky enough to have inherited any pieces, it's such a nice way to carry your ancestors with you throughout the day. But if you're not a necklace person and prefer earrings, another fantastic place to play around with form and color and sculptural elements. The earrings can really be the star of the outfit. They can really make an outfit look special and interesting. And what I really do like about statement jewelry is I feel like as a viewer of somebody wearing statement jewelry, I feel like it really sums up one's personality. You get the understanding of the intention of the outfit just by the choices of statement jewelry. But if you're like me and don't have your ear pierced and don't feel comfortable wearing earrings, then Rings are such a great place to play. Stacking rings, wearing a lot of rings, or deciding just on one ring. Sometimes it's enough. I find for myself personally, I tend to keep my accessories pared down. In fact, I realized I'm not wearing any accessories today for this video, but I tend to usually do one big bold piece and that's enough. But I do love it when somebody takes the time and matches a necklace with a ring, or a necklace with the earrings, or a necklace with the bangle. I think it's so lovely. And like I said, it really does show the personality of the wearer. And I think that bangles is another great place to add some color, add some interest to some very basic kind of outfits, whether you want to do things that are stacked, whether you want to keep it silver, whether you do want to add in some color, or like I said earlier, matching your bangle with other pieces of jewelry that you may be wearing. I personally really love a bangle, and I feel like it's a really great place to add in a pop of color to a really basic kind of outfit. And then for the last little while, I've been talking about brooches. Brooches are really having a moment, and I am so happy about that because I love them. I feel like this is another place, if you've been lucky enough to have inherited something really beautiful from a grandparent, it's a nice way to keep them with you throughout the day. I feel like they look gorgeous on the lapel of a blazer. I love them tied down with a scarf. I feel like they add interest. They add that adornment, that precious quality that I feel like as we're aging, we should really celebrate about ourselves. So that's it. This video was really simple, just two main accessories that I think are really key as we're aging to make our outfits look really polished, really beautiful, really fashionable, and really stylish. Hope you liked my ideas. Hope this got you inspired. Let me know in the comments down below. You know I love hearing from you. Don't forget to follow me for more inspiration on Instagram and on Facebook. And if you're interested in a little bit more of my thoughts on these kinds of subjects, then you can now check out my Substack.